What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Meal Prep. Today we are going to make something that is delicious. Now I know I always say everything is delicious, and why am I saying delicious? I don't know. We'll just cut that right there. Today we are going to make some chicken Alfredo sauce with some broccoli. Chicken Alfredo and broccoli coming up. Let's do this. Alright, so since I'm going to be using the stove a lot, I want to go ahead and get some things on there so I can start browning the chicken. So I have my broccoli. That's only going to take about 3 minutes to cook. I already washed it off. We're using florets that cut up here. This is roughly 2.5 pounds of broccoli. That's a lot of broccoli. So I have my water boiling. I'm going to go ahead and put this in for 3 minutes just to do a quick blanch. And then we'll take that off and put it to the side. And let's start on the chicken and the sauce. Let's do this. Alright, so the broccoli finished cooking. Like I said, it was only 3 minutes. Then I took it off the stove, I drained it, and I cooled it down with some water. You can also put it into like a bowl with ice cubes and shock it so it stops cooking. The point here is not to overcook your broccoli and have it become limp. You know, nobody likes limp broccoli. So I have about a little bit over 3 pounds of chicken here. I've already cut it up and diced it up. So the seasonings for this chicken are gonna be pretty simple. I already have a pan on the stove preheating. I put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there, all right? So I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I know how many turns it takes to make a teaspoon. Not really, but I can eyeball what a teaspoon should be. A little more. That should be good. Let's do a ½ teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. A teaspoon of garlic powder. Now the reason why I only added a very little bit of salt is because I'm going to use chicken broth. And chicken broth is notoriously high in sodium, even when you get the low sodium kind. Alright? So don't go crazy on the salt. Initially, believe me, you won't miss it. Let's mix this up and put it on the stove. Now this is a lot of chicken, so we'll probably cook it in batches, probably like 2 to 3. That way you don't overcrowd the pan, and I don't want to cook it in juice. I want to get a nice, like, good sear on it, some caramelization. So don't overcrowd the pan, just put a little bit in at a time. Alright, so that's going to cook about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. I'll flip it and then take it off. So if you're liking this video so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, smash it. I won't mind. I actually will really appreciate it. It really does help me out. Lets me know I'm on the right track. And if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and do so. And when you do that, make sure you turn on that little bell notification so that way when I upload, you are notified. Sometimes YouTube's going on weird and everybody's not getting my videos right away, so make sure you turn on that little bell notification. And if you have any suggestions for future videos or future recipes, go ahead and leave them in the description below. Comment below. I want to hear from you. I promise I'll answer you. Alright, let's get to cooking this chicken up. Chicken. Alright, so while the last batch of chicken is cooking on the pan, let's go ahead and get started on the pasta. I have about 4 quarts of water boiling in a pan right over there. I'm going to use some whole wheat spiralized pasta. Now this pasta has about 37 grams of carbs per serving. This is 12-ounce bag. This is about 6 servings. I'm going to be using 2 bags. Let's go ahead and put the bags in the pan, in the boiling pan over there. All right, let's go. It is hot up in here, up in here. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. All right, so we're winding down. The chicken is all done. It is looking amazing. Just a simple seasoning, but let me tell you, this tastes good. How do I know? I might have had 1 or 2 bites. All right, let's go ahead and get started on that low fat, low cal, but also good tasting Alfredo sauce. Let's go add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the same pan that we cooked the chicken in. And then I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch to make a roux. And then we'll go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. All right, so this is what's called like a roux. You'll see this in a lot of like sauces, especially a lot of like, say a gumbo or something like that. You always start out with the roux. You want to cook it until it gets a little bit, not too much of a peanut color, but just you want to thoroughly mix it. And then we're gonna go ahead and start adding our wet ingredients to this and start making that Alfredo sauce. Now I'm using cornstarch and a little bit of olive oil to save on some calories instead of using like a heavy whipping cream. So this is gonna cut things down drastically. And I don't wanna lose any of that good seasoning that I had from cooking that chicken in there. So we get all those little bits too. Some people might clean their pan, but not I. The reason why you wanna cook this on the stove is you wanna get rid of that like pasty taste from the cornstarch. So just cook it a little bit more. Again, right before it turns to a peanut color, then you can start adding your other ingredients. So just every like 30 seconds or so, just stir it up. All right, let's go ahead and check this pasta, see if it's done. You don't want to overcook your pasta. You want to cook it al dente because it's going to cook in that sauce. All right, that's ready to come off. All right, I'm using 1 can of low sodium chicken broth. Now this is 14.5 ounces. Go ahead and add that to the, ooh, buddy. It don't look like much yet, but it's coming. Let's go ahead and add a cup of fat-free milk. We're going to add 1 cup of plain non-fat yogurt, 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. Let's go ahead and add the seasonings that we did earlier. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and a half a teaspoon of garlic. Now I pre-measure mine out, so let's go ahead and just add that. All right, we're going to let this cook a little bit, and then we'll come back and add everything in there. Sauce is a lot thicker. You can see the chunks of Parmesan throughout. Let's go ahead and add the pasta. Okay, make sure you turn it down to a low heat so it doesn't keep cooking. All right, you saw me save some of this pasta water. Again, when you want to loosen it up and make it not so thick, you want to use something like this rather than water, which will dilute your flavors. Add the rest of the pasta. Add a little bit more water. Adding back in the pasta water, you don't really add in any calories because they're already accounted for. Add more cream, add more milk. There you goes your low-cal, healthy version. All right, let's go ahead and add the chicken back in. Now this pan is getting to be quite overfilled, so I'm gonna put it in, but then I'm gonna mix everything in a different big bowl I have. Lost a piece of chicken. All right, that's about as much as I can mix in this pan before everything starts running over. Let's go ahead and move back to the counter and put this all together. All right, so I got my big old bowl here, got my pasta here, got our broccoli right here. Let's go ahead and pour the chicken and the pasta into the bowl and mix it up good. Let me tell you, that is heavy. All right, let's go ahead and put some broccoli around there. And then all we have to do is top it with some fresh Italian parsley. All right, chicken and broccoli Alfredo. Well, I got my bowl. Where's yours? No, this is gonna make about 12 servings, so don't worry, this is not all for me in one setting. I'd probably die. Let's go ahead and pack this up and then come back and say our goodbyes. Not goodbye, just see you later. alligator. Alright guys, so we are all done, alright? It actually made a lot of pasta. Actually 17 servings to be exact. But these are the nice 12 complete ones. Alright, each one is going to have 85 grams of broccoli and about 200 grams of the pasta and chicken mixture. Now when you're doing your macros, you're going to just add up all the ingredients and divide by 17 for the pasta and the chicken. Alright, that's about the best way you can average on average. If you were to eat every single one of these, then you would know that you were eating, you know, the 3.5 pounds of chicken and all the carbs and things like that. All right, but see, back there, so back here I have 5 additional meals that don't have any broccoli in it. I can always add a vegetable later on, but that's 200 grams of that mixture as well. So if you like this style of meal prep, getting back to seeing the meals actually all laid out, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know that that's what you want to see. Like this recipe and you want more recipes like this, be sure to go check out my meal prep ebook. It's a meal prep thing, volume 1, available now for your delight. It's at gooddaysonya.com. That's the only place that you can pick it up right now. So go ahead and get one, and for everyone who's already purchased one, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate all of it. I love you guys. All right, stay focused, stay positive, and keep it moving. I'll see you in the next one. Good day, everybody. Time to go eat me a 1 or 2 or 17 of them. Bye-bye.